Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Mike Chu, a physical therapist. And yes, today we're going to be talking about how to prevent falls, injury prevention. I'll show you some videos that you can do also at home. We'll be back in a few seconds, okay? All right, we are back in our topic for today is how to prevent falls and injury prevention. Let me just share our screen today. A lot of people have been messaging me, "Hey, Dr. Mike, how do I prevent falls?" Speaking of that, we do have a book, "How to Prevent Falls in Your Senior Year." So if you want to buy that, it's in Amazon. But let's go ahead and talk about this too, real quick. And if you need like a home exercise program, like what we're doing right now, this is through MedBridge, and we can send you MedBridge access or information, and then like a PDF. You access it in your computer or your phone, or you can print it out. But here's a real good PDF or a printout that you can read, and basically how to prevent falls. A lot of people have been falling, and what can you do? Obviously, first is you exercise. Participate in activities such as walking, Tai Chi, yoga. Obviously, come here in physical therapy, here in Jerry have physical therapy. And of course, you got to make sure, it's approved by your doctor or therapist. Okay. Next is your medication. Let me make this a little bit bigger. uh, your medication is very, very important. You got to check that too, because some medication can cause dizziness, and the combination. If you come into Jerryhab, let me make myself bigger a little bit. So if you come into Jerry Have, obviously we're going to do a full evaluation on you head to toe. Next, we're going to do a quick medication reconciliation. We put it in an app called drugs.com. We put your medication in, and we talk about the different medication that can interact and affect your balance. Because some medication will increase your risk for falling. Okay, let's go back to that slide. Oops, no, where did that go? There you go. And next is have your vision checked. We check that too. In physical therapy, we flash a light on you. I ask you to follow that pen, and you have to make sure that your eyes or your pupils are constricting and dilating as quickly as possible. If it's not constricting as quickly as possible, guess what? That light comes in, and then you can fall. And of course, you obviously have to go to an eye doctor, ophthalmologist, or optometrist. And of course, next is wear supportive shoes. All right, wear supportive shoes. Good shoes. And not make sure you know those. I've been wearing Hokas. It's a little bit high, but it's very comfortable. But anything, go to your physical therapist or your orthotist. Make sure you have good supportive shoes. And of course, next is your living environment. Earlier, we talked about internal and external. This is an external issues of falling. So make sure you remove tripping hazards, loose rugs and clutters, and handrails to your stairs and bathroom. Add non-slip mats in your bathtub and shower, and add lighting in dark areas. This is very important because if your eyes and your pupils are not reacting to that light as quickly as possible, guess what? You could lose balance again. All right, let me stop that share. Where are we? Let's go to some of the exercises that you can do. Very, very simple exercise that you can do at home. Where did that go? Let me share that program here. So here are some exercises that you can do at home. Let me turn off that thing here. Let me make it bigger for us. All right. Oh, I haven't shared it yet. So here. So this is what you call a knee extension. All right. Obviously, you're sitting. This is courtesy of MedBridge Education. Basically, you're sitting, you kick your leg out forward and back. You kind of hold it up on the top when you're extending that knee. You do it 3 sets of 10. Very, very simple. Make sure your back is straight. You sit up on a chair like this. You're just kicking that leg forward and back. You're working your quads or your quadriceps. quadriceps. What does quadricep means? Quad means four. You got four muscles in the front of your thigh there, and you're working out. So let me repeat that again. Okay. So you're basically kicking it forward and back. When you reach the top, probably hold for a 1 or 2 seconds, good 1 or 2 seconds, making sure your toes are pointing towards your nose. There you go. You also feel a little bit of stretch there. Remember, you don't want to add resistance yet. You want to perfect the art of movement. Before you add weights, perfect the art of movement first. Okay. All right, so this is what you call knee extension. You're warming up that quads. All right, let's go to the next video that you can also do at home. This is called marching in place or seated march. Let's make it bigger. All right, uh, let's restart that. Okay. All right, so basically you're marching in place. You're lifting your knee up and down. Oh, there you go. You're lifting that knee up and down. There you go. Lifting that knee. Try to move at least uh, towards the edge of the chair, so you're going to feel that you can make that hip up and down or that knee up and down. You're working on your hip muscles, your iliopsoas muscle. Why do you need this? Because you will have to lift that knee and then foot when you're walking. All right, when you're going to have to use your reflexes. Let's go ahead and restart it again. So you can see how he does it, lifting that knee up and down. There you go. Working out that iliopsoas or that hip muscle there. All right. Now, of course, if you have any pain, stop. But normally, this is just a very, very simple, low impact exercise. All right. Let's go to the next video that you can do at home to prevent you from falling. All right. Let me stop this. Let's go to the next one. It's basically what you call sit to stand exercise. Obviously, if you can't do it, all right, go first, get a chair with an armrest. Let me play this video.
Bring your knees forward.
So this lady is pretty good. But if you can't do it without an armrest, uh, get a chair with an armrest. You can push up from that armrest on that chair. This one, basically, you're working on your quads, the front part of your thigh, your obviously your gluteus maximus and minimus on your hip and butt muscle. There you go. Just getting up and down. Obviously, talk to your doctor, talk to your physical therapist before you start any program like this, right? So basically, sitting up and down. Let me restart it. There you go. All right. So you lean forward. You lean forward. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. She's pushing her hand on that knee. There you go. Working on those quads. Remember, you can start with just with the armrest, and in reality, when you go out in the real world, there's no armrest. Go to a bathroom. Sometimes there's no armrest there, or there's no commode. There's no uh, arm. What you call this? Something a bath that you can pull up from. So at least work on those quads. Work on those muscles to stand you up. All right. What's next? The next exercise that you can do, let me turn this off, is what you call standing hip abduction. Let me restart this, turn off that thing there. Let's make it bigger. All right, so you go to a counter, find a counter, and you're basically raising that leg on the side. You're working on your hip abductors. It's very important that you work on these hip abductors. Why? Because when you're about to fall, you're going to have to use those reflexes. It's called your hip, knee, and ankle reflexes. And it's very important that you work on that. Oh, that was quick. Let me restart it again. There you go. So basically, you're moving or you're raising that leg on the side, working on that hips on the side, your hip abductors. Okay, and also part of this too. If you're holding on to it, and if you think you're advanced, you can take off one hand or raise up your one hand, and then you're developing your balance too. All right. Okay. What's next? Next exercise is basically mini squat. Let me make this bigger. Let's go ahead and play this. It's called mini squats. Hold on to the counter again, and you're just squatting down very, very slowly. Obviously, if you need to put a chair behind you, go ahead and put a chair behind you. So she's just doing some mini squats. So this is good. You're working on your quads again. You're working on your hip muscles and your glutes muscle, your gluteal muscle, and then you're actually doing both type of contraction. Your eccentric and concentric. There's several types of muscle contraction. Your isometric, eccentric, concentric. In this exercise here, you're working on your eccentric muscle when you're going down slowly. Okay, so that's very good exercise. All right, let's go ahead and towards the probably one or two more exercise that you guys can do there at home. Okay, this one is what you call standing marching in place. Again, you hold on to the counter. All right. And then you're basically marching in place. You're lifting that knee up and down. You're working on your hip muscles too. Obviously, you do 3 sets of 10 or whatever you tolerate. You talk to your therapist or to your doctor, how many reps. Obviously, if you have medical condition, recent surgery, you can't do this. There are certain hip precautions too when you have hip surgery. Let's go ahead and repeat that video there. Lifting that knee up and down. All right, marching in place. And of course, as you get better, if you have a walker, use a walker. If you don't have a walker, use the countertop. And of course, as you get better, you'll take off one hand in both hands, and then you can do marching in place without holding on to anything. All right, and then let's go to the last exercise that you can do at home. Turn off the music here, and there you go. This one is basically what you call hip extension. There you go. Making sure that knee is straight when you're trying to extend that knee, extend that hip area. All right. So, those are the simple exercises that you can do at home to prevent you from falling. Let me turn this off, stop the share screen. And then, if you got any questions or any concerns or anything, we can also send you a personalized home exercise program that you can do. Of course, you got to sign up with Jerry Hab, of course. But overall, we can send you this to you through your phone, to your computer, to your what you call this. We can also print it out for you and send it to you at home. But overall, be careful, okay? All right. Hope to see you somewhere here in our Jerry Have Physical Therapy. We have two locations, one in Jackson and one in Paris. And of course, we also do telehealth if you need telehealth um, consult. All right. Be awesome, be great, be excellent, and no falling. Bye bye.